Ooh, timeline shift. Okay. Something. I just felt a timeline shift like a motherfucker, for one. But the reason why I turned this camera on was to record this download that has been gnawing at my brain since about 6:45 this fucking morning, okay? Now, this is going to be a very specific download. Take it only how it resonates and only if it resonates, okay? What in the hell? Things are already going crazy outside. All right, let's get it. The energy is already on one. This download, I got this download at 6:44 this morning, okay? Ooh, this is not the first time that I've gotten this download. This is about the third time that I've gotten this download in the last maybe 2 or 3 months, okay? This is actually the most information I've gotten on this download since I've been getting this download. So the download at 6:44 was just a name. I've gotten this name two to three times before in a download, but just the name, no information, nothing else. Well, besides the fact that it felt like someone's aunt or something, okay? But the download, the name, Dorinda, okay? Dorinda, Dorinda. This is someone's aunt, okay? So, like I said, a very specific message. Now, this person, this aunt, their name does not have to be Dorinda. If you are resonating with what I'm going to tell you, that the rest of the download is, the name means nothing. The name is for someone very specific so that they know that this message is for them. But if it's also resonating with you, aside from the name, take it how it resonates, okay? Now, let me rewind. 6:44 is when I got this download. I woke up at 4:44 this morning, okay? 4:44 is protection, spiritual protection, divine protection, and guidance, okay? So I woke up at 4:44 this morning. I decided at 4:44 that I was going to lay there for a minute and fuck around on my phone, etc. So I did. Around 5 something, I decided to just go ahead and get up, open the windows, burn some sage, etc. When I got up, I decided that I was going to decide on what I was going to wear for the day, because usually I wait until I just have a feeling and spirit guides me on what to wear. Usually it has to do with the messages. This morning, I decided I was going to get ahead of the game and like meditate and figure out what to wear before I started getting any downloads or anything, right? So as I'm thinking about outfits, I was thinking about color. So I was like, what color am I guided to? I didn't really feel anything. And I kept saying the colors over and over in my head to see if I would feel anything. I felt something when I finally got to yellow, but I had to say it twice. But yellow. And I was like, okay, I don't own a lot of yellow clothes. I own like 2 yellow shirts and some shoes with some yellow on them and some yellow rubber Chuck Taylors. I don't own a lot of yellow. So I was like, well, this is going to be interesting. Yellow, okay. So I went and instantly I thought of this yellow shirt. I was like, I'll probably wear that one aside from the other one, because the other one's like a long sleeve, whatever. But when I walked over to go get the shirt, I was drawn to my checkered shorts. I have a pair of checkered shorts, like men's shorts, like long nigger shorts. So I was actually going to I was guided to the checkers. So I was like, oh, well, I could put on my checker shorts. At the last second, something was like, nah. And I was like, okay. So when I pulled out the checkered shirt, I was like, okay, well, there's checkers on the shirt. That's why I don't need the checkered shorts. I also thought about how it was going to be a little chilly. That's beside the point. No, kind of chilly, cold. Okay, it kind of does go with the download. Anyway, I decided on the shirt. Then I started thinking, oh, why am I guided to checkers? Then I started Freemasonry, Masons, checker floors. And I was like, okay. Then I was also guided to black and white stripes, but the checkers was calling to me stronger, and the color yellow was calling to me stronger. So I go ahead, pick out the outfit. I'm like, yeah, I feel this. I'm gonna wear this. This is it. I was later guided to the checker hat. It's a toddler hat. I actually have it for a reborn baby doll that I have in the closet. But sometimes I like to wear this shit because I like wearing it like this. And today felt like a good day to sit this motherfucker cocked on my head, okay? So listen, deeper into the download. So 644, I hear Dorinda. And I'm like, Dorinda? I'm like, why do I keep hearing this fucking name? And then I heard, whose auntie is this? So I knew, okay, this is definitely somebody's auntie because the last time I got this download with this name, I felt auntie, but I got no other information. So here is the other information that I got for this Aunt Dorinda. The reason why I was guided to the checkered stripes, the checkered pattern, goodness gracious, is like I said, Freemasonry, Masons. Dorinda is a lady, so Dorinda would be an Eastern Star. The Eastern Star symbol is a upside down star, which to me looks like a goat, but I'm not going to go there. One of the points on the star, each point of the star has a different color. I believe it's yellow, white, green, blue, red, okay? The yellow point refers to, each point, each color refers to a woman in the Bible. So the yellow point on this star, which is the bottom of the star, I believe it was the bottom of the star, the facing down, upside down star, the point that was facing down was yellow. Yellow for the Eastern Star emblem signifies Ruth. Ruth, her quality for this badge or logo is loyalty. So Dorinda, this Auntie Dorinda, is an Eastern Star. She's a Mason, and she's very loyal to her organization, okay, her belief. Now, this Aunt Dorinda, what I heard after I heard the name Dorinda was, I heard Dorinda is a cold piece of work. Okay, so someone's Aunt Dorinda is a cold piece of work. The shorts, and I was going to put on the checkered shorts, and I was like, it's too cold. Dorinda is too cold. And also the way that it came to me, Dorinda is a cold piece of work, that's giving me 70s vibes. Like that's 70s slang, 70s language, 70s vibes, okay? Hold on to that info because I'm going to give you something about a download I put on Twitter yesterday, okay? That connects all this together. So again, Dorinda could have been an adult in the 70s, or Dorinda was born in the 70s. Take it how it resonates, okay? But Dorinda is a cold piece of work. She's cold-hearted because she's an Eastern Star, okay? This Aunt Dorinda is divorced or has a dead husband, okay? She's single because she's divorced or has a dead husband. Her dead husband, your uncle, was a Freemason, a Mason, okay? The reason why Dorinda is an Eastern Star is because her dead husband or her ex-husband was a high-ranking person in the Freemason, I wanted to say cult, in the Freemason cult, okay? This uncle was a Mason. If they're alive, they are a Mason. If they're dead, then they were a Mason. And that's how this Aunt, Dorinda, is an Eastern Star, okay? Because Eastern Stars are usually wives, widows, and sisters, daughters of Freemasons, all right? Now, the reason why I got black and white stripes for Dorinda, for this energy, was witchcraft. Black and white stripes make me think of witchy things because I love black and white stripes and I love witchy things. I'm not a witch though, okay? Get that right. I'm not a witch. I was when I started my spiritual journey, and then I elevated above that, and I don't use those type of things anymore because I don't need to anymore. I don't need to conjure anything anymore. I've ascended past that, okay? But the black and white stripes give me witchcraft, okay? The black and white stripes giving me witchcraft is giving that this Aunt Dorinda calls on entities and spirits and deities to do dirt or dirty work to people for her. It gave me Beetlejuice vibes. So Dorinda does witchcraft to call on entities, beings, and deities to do her dirty work, to do things to people, to hurt people, okay? All right, so the download that I had yesterday that I put on Twitter, it was 1:57, the channel message when I got this yesterday. and I heard ivermectin. So as I was making myself a plate of chicken, I heard just plain as day ivermectin. If you don't know, ivermectin is an anti-parasitic medicine. It was discovered in 1975. So this could be a message for someone born in 1975 or the 70s in general. What I say about Dorinda, cold piece of work, gave me 70s. Okay? Keep listening. You're dealing with someone who has a parasitic personality. Ivermectin was first used to treat heartworms in animals. This person that has a parasitic personality has a cold heart. Cold piece of work. Too cold to wear my shorts. Cold-blooded. Hear me out. Heartless. Heartworm. This person could be a parent or an aunt or uncle of yours. This person could also have several dogs. Now, if this person is aunt, uncle, whoever does not have several dogs, that's what I'm getting with this calling on entities with the witchcraft. If this aunt does not have several dogs, now it could be an aunt or uncle, take it how it resonates. The name is just what I got for someone specific. But this aunt or uncle may have several dogs. If they do not own several dogs, this is referring to the witchcraft and the entities and spirits that this aunt or uncle calls on to do their dirty work. Several dogs. Okay? And the spirits are, and entities that she calls on are loyal to her or to him, okay? The rest of the download. You need to detach from this person as soon as possible. They do not have good intentions for you at all. They're very cold and detached. It's giving sociopath vibes, to be honest. They would literally have you hurt or killed in order to get what they want. I don't know what it is they want from you, but if this is resonating with you, I think that you have an idea. Okay? And the time is about to turn to 9:11 on the clock. Listen, I don't know whose auntie or uncle this is. I don't know who Dorinda is for you. But you, again, need to detach from this aunt or uncle. You need to get away from this aunt or this uncle. You need the parent, aunt, uncle, whoever the fuck it is. You need to get away from them. They are literally doing fucking black magic and witchcraft, calling on entities and demons and spirits to try to take you out, hurt you, or take you out. And this aunt, uncle, whoever, they're very loyal to the cause, okay? That's all I have, honestly, for that download. That's all I got. But I feel like that was enough with the download I got yesterday and then all this morning and then the checkers, like, get away from Dorinda. Dorinda, okay? Mm-hmm.